Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your boy Mike. So, just want to come in and chop it up with you guys a little bit, see how you guys are doing. Today's video is about nutrition basics. For a lot of people, nutrition is the hardest aspect of working out. Some people feel like, they're going to starve or they, start cutting their calories. Some people feel like, nutrition, like dieting is boring. Some people feel like, oh, I don't want to eat chicken, broccoli, and rice all day, every day. Some people say, I want to eat the same thing every day. Some people don't want to meal prep. There's a lot of confusion about nutrition, to be honest. And unfortunately, the fitness industry does a bad job with promoting proper eating habits. Unfortunately, because you go on different social media sites, you see a lot of social media fitness influencers. They have this glamorized idea of nutrition. Like everyone eats perfectly. Everyone looks like they're like gourmet chefs. Sometimes the things that are portrayed don't seem realistic, and it's it it's kind of baity. You know what I mean? Um, Nutrition can be as difficult as you want to make it, or it can be as simple as you want to make it. Um, there are different ways to make it difficult, or different ways to make it simple. There's a lot of confusion with nutrition. The first thing I want to say about nutrition is that it's a lot easier than people make it to be. You don't have to eat the same thing every day. You can be creative. You can eat some of the same thing that you always eat, that you always enjoy eating, but you have to make modifications. Um, and the modifications don't have to be anything drastic. Sometimes you don't even notice the modifications. Sometimes you don't even taste the modifications that you're making, depending on what kind of ingredients that you're using, depending on how you're cooking, things like that. The first thing that I would say is to gain and lose weight. Keep it keep it super basic. You don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about, oh, am I doing this? Like, keep it super basic. Generally, to lose weight safely, to gain weight safely, that you're not you know blowing your diet, that you're not wrecking yourself, that you're not like killing yourself, that you're not overdoing it, is reduce or gain your calories by like 500 a day. It sounds like a lot, but it's not a whole lot. Because it's about 3,500 calories and a pound of fat. And by reducing or increasing your calories by 500 a day, you'll roughly gain or lose about a pound of fat a week, generally speaking. Now, the quality and the calories do matter. Not saying that you have to eat salad all day. Not saying that at all. Have balance. Enjoy what you're eating. Because just like I say in exercise videos, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're not going to stick to it. If you go too hard, too fast, you're not going to stick to your diet plan. Another thing I want to say is that whenever people think about nutrition, they think about diets. They think about crash dieting. They think about all these different things. They think about like one meal a day and fasting and intermittent fasting and keto and paleo and vegan and vegetarian and pescatarian. There's so many different diets out there. There are a lot of different fad things out there. Like a couple years ago, there was a fad going on where people were eating cotton balls, like covered in like petroleum jelly. And then there was like a cabbage soup diet that people were going on, which is like, why? It's like, first of all, eating cotton balls is not good. It's That's not healthy at all. Eating petroleum jelly, why would you do that? No, don't do that. Another thing I want to say with nutrition is think about it as nutrition. Don't think about it as a diet, because to be honest, diets don't work. Because typically when you think of a diet, whenever someone goes on a diet, they go on a diet for a particular period of time, whether it's for some pictures, whether it's for an event, whether it's for something of that nature. And diets have an end point. But what happens whenever you're done with your diet? What happens once you've once you've done that event or taken those pictures or gone to that particular place that you're dieting for, what's next? Are you going to just completely blow everything? Are you going to continue eating the way that you were? Are you going to keep, eating 800 calories a day to lose a bunch of weight? You could, but why? Why would you want to? Why would you want to do that? That doesn't even sound appealing. That doesn't sound appetizing. That sounds like complete trash, to be honest. So instead of thinking of it as a diet, think about it as a nutrition plan. The words is like, what's the difference between a diet and nutrition plan? Again, a diet has an end point. It's you typically speaking, a diet has an end point. It's like, oh, lose 15 pounds fast, lose this fast. Or you have, and whenever you see anything pop, it's like, oh, you have this event to go to. Try this nutrition, like try this diet plan. Try this diet plan, and it's very flashy and colorful, and it's attention grabbing. And that's the thing that why they're so why they get so much attention. It's because they're very grabby. They're very showy, and the best way I can describe it is like a kids cartoon. You know, everything's flashy and bright and shiny. And it's, oh my gosh, it's this and this and this, and it's wild. And it's very attention grabbing. It's very flashy. When nutrition doesn't have to be flashy. You can keep it. It can be boring if you want to. It can be simple as you want it to be. I prefer simple but enjoyable because I want to enjoy what I'm eating. Because I want it to be something that I can do for today and next year and 5 years from now. And some easy tips I want to give you guys are in order to lose weight, because most people are trying to lose weight. A couple of things that I would say: make sure you're drinking your water. Drink your water. Water is highly, highly underrated. Most people aren't hydrated enough. And a way to tell that if you're hydrated, there's a couple ways. Check your skin. How does your skin feel? Does your skin always feel super, super dry? Now, granted, you maybe you just need some lotion. Maybe you're just ashy. But also, depending on how you're hydrating, your skin can feel differently. Do you just feel dry? Because sometimes your inside your body just feel dry. You know what I mean? So do you feel dry? Not to get too graphic, but if you're going to the bathroom, let's say we're going number one, what's the color like? Is there a smell? Is it clear? Is it yellow? Is it dark? Is it does it have a smell? Things like that to pay attention to. Typically speaking, you want it to be a clearish yellow. If it's too clear, that means that you may be drinking a little bit too much. You may need to cut back a little bit, or even watch your multivitamins and things like that, because you don't want to flush yourself out. If it's dark, if it's cloudy, you need to see a doctor. Drink water, but see a doctor. Particularly if it's cloudy, see a doctor, because that means something ain't right. The other way, are you constantly constipated? How often do you go to the bathroom? Things like that can determine, your overall hydration level. That's super, super basic ways to work on your hydration level. Some people feel like, hey, water is boring, and I get it. Water can be very, very boring. It's hard to increase your water. Another thing I'll say is, people are like, how much water should I drink? Roughly, whatever your body weight is, take that number in ounces and divide it by 2 and aim for that amount of water, roughly speaking. So, for instance, if you're a 200-pound guy, take 200 divided by 2, that's 100. Aim for about 100 ounces. Slight caveat: if you have any health issues, then your doctors will say, hey, drink more water, drink less water, things like that. If you don't drink any water, let's say you typically drink 20 ounces of water a day. I'm not going to tell you to go from drinking 20 ounces to 100 ounces. That's insane. Like, why would you do that? That's insane. Don't do that. Water intoxication is a real thing. You can hurt yourself. You'll be in the bathroom all day. You're like, this guy's crazy. I feel like I'm being tortured. This ain't the life for me. Instead of jumping from 20 ounces to 100 ounces, go slow. Go from 20 ounces to 30 ounces. Do that for 3, 4, 5 days. Go from 30 ounces to 40 ounces. Or if you feel like, hey, that's too small of a jump, Go to 45 or 50 ounces. It's small, manageable, measurable jumps that make for that overall progress that you're trying to look for. Now, granted, I'm not saying that you can't jump from 20 ounces to 100 ounces. I'm not saying that at all. Do what you want. However, I'm trying to give you guys some tips and tricks that'll make it easier for you in the long run to make it sustainable for you guys. Because I'm all about sustainability. Because if you can't do this thing for life, then we gotta reevaluate what you're doing. We gotta reevaluate your game plan about your nutrition, about your sleep, about your exercise, about your overall activity. We have to make sure that we're in a place that we're bringing the health back into health and wellness. Because a lot of people that you see, social media influencers, that are like, for guys that are like walking on 6% body fat, that's not healthy. For my ladies that walk around super super lean, that's not healthy, and that brings up so many other health issues. It's not even funny. There's, I forgot what it's called, but it's whenever ladies have their body fat is too low a percentage. I can look it up, but their body fat is too low of a percentage that actually starts messing with their hormones. We ain't about that life. We want to bring back the health and fitness. We want to bring back the wellness back in health and fitness and wellness. We want to bring back, balance and measurable goals and, quality of life back into your exercise program, back into your life. We're not about, quick fixes and, oh, I'm gonna, crash diet for 2 weeks so I can look good for my pictures and I'm going back to eating, 3 Big Macs a day. We ain't about that life. What can we do to make sure that we're making, sustainable changes that you're like, okay, I can do this. I'm not miserable. I can do this. Another thing I'll say, depending on what you're dieting for, I'm going to go back to diet, because there are times that you may want to diet. I'm not saying diets are wrong. However, most of them are not sustainable. But there are times that you may want to diet. Some people have a very strong willpower, and people who can maintain a very strict diet for a prolonged period of time, like where there's someone's doing like an 8-week cut, something like that, I commend you, because that is not easy to do. So I commend those people who can sustain a diet for a prolonged period of time. Whenever you are dieting, make sure that you're putting, now depending on how much you have to diet, like what your goals are for your diet, then find something that is a treat for you. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Every now and then, depending on what you're dieting for, if you have a coach that's working on your nutrition plan, you can ask your coach about like cheat foods and things like that. Cheat foods, cheat meals. Again, some people say cheat meals, but I'll say treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Again, there are ways that you can make treat foods fit into your diet. You have to make small modifications. Some easy modifications you can make is make if you want some ice cream, make your ice cream. It's okay to have ice cream. Protein powder. Protein powder is an amazing substitute for so many things that we typically have. People make protein pancakes, protein muffins, donuts, ice cream, cakes, cookies. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. So try, look up some different recipes. Like, hey, I want to have some pancakes, but I want to make them a little bit healthier for me. Look up some recipes for some protein pancakes. You'll be amazed at what you can do with some protein powder. Look up some recipes for some donuts, or the little the lava cakes. Or hey, how can I make some ice cream? Or how can I make my protein shake not as boring? Hey, add some berries in it. Add some powdered peanut butter. That's a good option. If you want your protein shake to be a little more hearty, add oatmeal. Personally, I don't like eating dry regular oatmeal. I can't do it. It's not my thing. However, what I can do is I can take my oatmeal, I can blend it up in the blender so it's kind of fine, and then I'll throw some protein powder, throw some milk, blend it up that way, and that way the oatmeal makes it a little bit thicker, but you're also getting the fiber and the extra calories and things like that from the oatmeal. And you're still getting oatmeal, but it's just a little more, makes your shake a little bit more hearty, which is what you want in order to make to help that satiation feeling. That's just that, so you're not feeling as hungry throughout the day. Our goal is satiety. You want to be satiated with your meals so you don't feel like you're starving. Going back to the cutting, I mentioned water. If you want to have regular water, have some regular water. Some people really like the sparkling water and the bubbly water because the gas bubbles actually makes you feel a little bit more full compared to like your traditional flat water. I'm more of a traditional flat water kind of guy. I know people who love sparkling water. Play around with both. See which one you like. Some people do really well with adding like the meal energy or like the things like that into the water just to give it a little bit of taste. Some people do very well with infusing their water with fruit or mint. Try that out so your water is not as boring. Some people do really well with drinking the 0 calorie sodas. Be careful with that. Some people can't overdo it. Calories are 0, yes. Some people get really iffy with like the sugar substitutes, so be kind of iffy with that. But again, try out different things. Again, I'm more of a water drinker. Like I've been primarily a water drinker since for 10 years. So it's like, no, every now and then I'll drink juice or every now and then I'll drink soda. But primarily you see me drinking water and protein shakes. And why? I enjoy water. I just really enjoy water. Now again, watch the water intake and no, watch your overall water intake. If you're not supplementing with multivitamins, watch your water intake. So with cutting or with your overall nutrition, just to try to, reduce your calorie reduction plan. I'll put it that way. With your calorie reduction plan, watch your water intake. That's a great way of filling in space without filling it with food. If you want to fill it with food, get high volume fruits and vegetables. Fiber. Get your fiber in. The vast majority of people do not get enough fiber in their diet. That's one reason why we're not regular. You gotta stay regular because if you're not regular, that can cause a whole bunch of other issues, which we do not want. So get your voluminous fruits and vegetables in. What I mean by that is, look at a bell pepper. Cut bell peppers into slices into like larger chunks. Get some broccoli, get some cauliflower. Things that take a lot of volume on your plate that don't add a lot of calories to your plate. You know what I mean? It's like if you have spinach. If you cook spinach, you can cook a whole bag of spinach into the size of a tablespoon. It's like, bruh. But if I'm steaming some broccoli or I'm cooking some broccoli doesn't reduce that much in size. So add a lot of broccoli to your stuff. Add some cauliflower. Add those fruits and vegetables add those vegetables that take up a lot of space. Add your fruit. Get some apples in your diet. Get some oranges in your diet. Whatever kind of fruit that you like, get those things in your diet. With that, if you're like, I'm like fruits are boring, I'm not sure about this. Another thing that I like to say is cook with color. Going back to the kids show example, is let's say you're watching a kids show, and something happens to the town, the city, whatever it is, and everything's grayscale. It's like everyone's sad, everything's grayscale. And I was like, oh, this is boring, everyone's sad. But then, whoever the superhero is, the superhero comes flying in, and it's like all colorful, and I was like, oh my gosh, so Captain So-and-so is here, the superhero is here. And everything gets lively and it's colorful. The same thing happens with your body. If you're eating everything grayscale and bland and everything that's just in a box, it's not good. It's not good. It's just extra. It adds a lot more extra chemicals that ain't good for you. It just adds I don't say nonsense. That's almost the best way I can put it. But it adds things that aren't going to benefit you optimally, if you will. Does it taste good? Yeah, it tastes good. Like, Oreos are fire. I love me some Oreos. Oh yeah, give me some Oreos. Like, but what are the Oreos going to do for you? They add a lot of calories, a lot of sugar, a lot of fat. Can you have Oreos in your diet? Yeah, have some Oreos in your diet. Again, it's about balance. I'm not going to tell someone that they can't have their favorite cake or their favorite ice cream. I'm just saying don't have it all day, every day. It's treating yourself, not cheating yourself. Because again, if you're just having it all day, every day, you're gonna blow your diet, you're gonna blow your nutrition plan. It's not gonna be a fun time. It's gonna take you longer to get to your overall goals. So, add water or sparkling water, whatever you like. Something that's low calorie, 0 calorie, some kind of drink of that nature. You don't want to get your calories from your drink. There's a lot of hidden calories. For my Starbucks lovers, for my coffee lovers, there's a lot of hidden calories in those fancy coffees. I'm gonna tell you that now. Am I saying you're not allowed to have those? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying be aware of what you're drinking, because you'll be surprised how many calories are hidden in those drinks. For my people who love salads, salads are amazing. Salads are great, but it's so easy to make a salad unhealthy. Watch how much salad dressing you're actually eating. What kind of salad dressing are you eating? Are you eating a vinaigrette or are you eating a creamy salad dressing? Generally speaking, a regular vinaigrette may have 50 calories a tablespoon, whereas a creamy salad dressing may have like between 130 180 calories a tablespoon. Now, doesn't sound like a whole lot. It's like, okay, like no, like it's a good amount. But how much are you putting on your salad? Do you even know how much you're putting on your salad? A lot of people don't. A lot of people just like, oh, take salad dressing, no, drench it in. Whereas your super healthy salad that had all your colors, you had your spinach, you had some people like kale or arugula, or people put olives or bell peppers or mushrooms, tomatoes, cucumbers. They make it look beautiful. All these different colors. It looks like art. Looks like art. It looks like a masterpiece of just colors and varieties in your salad. But then you put that salad dressing on, and you took that art, whatever that art, you took that Mona Lisa, and pretty much took a red paintbrush and just went and ruined it, because you're adding a bunch of empty calories because of the different types of salad dressing that you're adding. Now, are you still gonna get some health benefits from the salad? Well, of course you are, because you're still gonna get your vitamins, your minerals, your fiber from your spinach, from your kale, from your bell peppers. You're still gonna get that stuff in there. However, you're also gonna add in a lot more calories and a lot more fat, depending on what kind of salad dressing that you add, and if you're not being careful with your salad dressing. Am I saying you're not allowed to add creamy salad dressing? No, I'm definitely not saying that. Ranch is my jam. I love ranch. But watch how much you're eating. And a way that kind of like do that is, I'll legit season my salad sometimes. I may put like some onion powder, some garlic powder, a little salt every now and then. But I'll put some salad dressing in a bowl, and I'll actually put a lid on it, and I'll shake it up. And that way you're kind of coating everything while you're using less salad dressing. More bang for your buck. And also, saving a couple dollars too. If you're able to spread out your salad dressing, you're gonna save a couple of dollars. So why not save a couple dollars and a couple calories? Win-win for me. You know what I mean? That's another basic thing is. So yeah, recapping. Get your water intake. Most people aren't getting enough water. Get your fiber intake. Most people are not getting enough fiber. Your protein is also going to help with that overall satiation. Now with protein, a general rule of recommendation is about 0.7 grams per pound of body weight. So if you're a 100-pound person, you should aim for about 70 grams of protein. If you're a 200-pound person, about 140 grams of protein. How you get that? Variety. If you don't have any dietary issues or dietary restrictions, get it from your chicken, your beef, your eggs, your beans, your protein shakes. Protein shakes are a great way of getting the extra protein in with very little, or not very little, but reduced calories. Something I've been doing recently, I'll tell you, I'm not gonna hide secrets. Why am I gonna hide a secret from you guys? Is I go to the store, I'll get a low calorie Greek yogurt, which usually has about 13 grams of protein in it, and it's 70 something cents. Take that. I'll first do my oatmeal. Put my oatmeal, blend it up, super fine. Take my yogurt, throw it in there. Take protein powder, throw that in there. Then I've been doing almond milk, because almond milk tends to have a little less calories than your traditional milk. If you like traditional milk, do your traditional milk. If you like oat milk, do oat milk. If you like almond milk, do almond milk. Some people just prefer just basic water, whatever you like. But again, I'm more of an almond milk guy. Now I'm more of an almond milk guy. Throw some almond milk in there, blend it up, and that right there has about 45 grams of protein in it, right there. Because you have about 25 grams of protein with the protein shake. Yeah, I mean, with the protein powder, you have about 13 grams of protein with your Greek yogurt. There are ways to make it add up. I haven't been adding up the calories from the milk because, to be honest, I've been measuring the milk, which is my fault. Again, I'm a human. I make my mistakes, and that is something I am going to be working on. So I am going to be working on measuring the milk that I'm putting in there. I am going to be starting to measure the oatmeal that I put in there because that adds a lot of extra. No, adds some calories, but adds a lot of extra fiber too, and it adds some good carbs in there. Add some good protein in there, for relatively low calories. So that's something that I wanna start doing also. That's a nice, easy way of getting it in. Just add some protein powder in there. Again, protein powder, you can ship it. You want to put it in a baggie. You want to put it in like a little to-go container. Whatever works for you. Protein powders are great. It's a great way of getting the extra protein in. So you want your water intake, your fiber, your protein, carbs, and your healthy fats. Your healthy fats are also going to help that overall satiation feeling. Some of your avocado oils, your avocados, your fishes, your omega 3s from your fishes, things like that. Also a great way to help with that satiation feeling. That's to lose weight. Now to gain weight, because again, some people actually need to gain weight. Like we always hear like, oh, like we're so fat and obese and this and this and this. But to be honest, some people are underweight. Some people weight wise are good, but nutritionally they're not good. In order to gain weight, same thing. Watch what you're eating. Add about 500 calories, a day for a week. That should give you, roughly about a pound. If there's nothing wrong with your joints and everything like that, I'm always going to advocate working out, because that way, whenever you're adding weight, you're adding overall weight, overall volume, overall mass, but you're also going to be adding some muscle behind that weight, just to make you more of an optimal person, so you can do the things that you want for as long as you want to do it. It can be as healthy as you can possibly be. Because again, we're about health, we're about balance, we're about living a good lifestyle. With adding weight, again, you want to add a little bit more. Add a little bit more peanut butter to your protein shake. Or if you're gonna be making some cereal, add some regular milk compared to your almond milk. Gives you a little couple extra calories. If you're making I don't know, spaghetti, throw a little extra, half a pound of ground beef in your spaghetti, or ground turkey, or whatever your protein choice is. Another thing I've been doing a lot is adding black beans. I really, really enjoy black beans. Like red beans, semi, but black beans are my jam. Add some black beans to your stuff. Some people really like quinoa. Add some quinoa. Like anything that's going to give you a lot of bang for your buck, and also just eat more. And sometimes that's like, hey, I may need to add a snack throughout the day. Again, add a protein shake. Put some protein powder in a little baggie. Take it with you. If you're in school, just bring a bottle with you. Water bottle. Pour some water in there. Throw your protein shake in there. Shake it up. Chug it. If you're at work, depending on what kind of job that you have, you may have the opportunity to kind of sneak out for a quick second. Same thing. Adding a little extra calories here, adding a little extra calories there, can go a long, long way. Again, you still want to follow some of the basic rules I was talking about with losing weight. You want to keep your water intake high. You want to watch your protein intake. You want to watch your carbs, your fats. You want to continue to cook with color, because that's what also brings the overall health aspect in with health and wellness. Because different fruits, different vegetables with different colors, they bring in different health aspects. There's different vitamins, minerals, how they interact with each other. There's foods that are fat soluble. There's foods that are like vitamins that are water soluble. There's so many different, positive things about just, let's say, cook with color. CWC, cook with color. If there's nothing else that you got from this video, cook with color. The biggest things I would say, if there's nothing else you take from this video at all, drink your water, cook with color, fiber, protein. If there's nothing else you remember from this video at all, if it's like you spoke for too long, I was confused here, I was confused there. If there's nothing else that you took from this nutritional video, just remember these 4 things: cook with color, water, fiber, protein. Those 4 things will take you so long, whether you're trying to lose weight, gain weight, or just trying to be a healthier person. Again, just want to sit here, chop it up with you guys. There's so much more I can talk about nutrition. Nutrition is such an interesting topic, and there's certain things that are misleading about nutrition. Another thing I want to say before I go is people say, "Oh, do I need to eat fresh vegetables? Do I need to eat frozen vegetables? What about in the can?" Whatever you have available, because not everyone has the availability to go to the store and get fresh vegetables all the time. There are people who live in food deserts where they don't have access to food, or finances are low, or they have different allergies. There's so many restrictions to nutrition. It's not even funny. And the biggest ones, unfortunately, are food deserts and finances. And I recognize those are real. The struggle is real with those. But with restrictions that we have, we do the best that we can. If you have access to fresh, go for fresh. If you don't have access for fresh, go for frozen. If you don't have access for frozen, go can. Whatever is going to fit into your budget and into your lifestyle, go that route. Because again, I recognize that everyone doesn't have access to everything. And the struggle is real. I see that. I understand it. The struggle is real. So whatever you have access to, whatever your finances and your personal living situation will allow you to do, go that route. Again, do you have to eat 100% clean all day, every day? No, I'm not saying that. If you're able to, oh, sweet, be my guest. You're a better person than I. Again, as for me in my house, I like my cakes, I like my cookies. Am I gonna eat a giant salad on Mondays after I go to the gym? Oh, you bet I am. I literally have a giant mixing bowl size salad every Monday. Every Tuesday when I'm eating, I have spaghetti, and I'll throw some chicken, I'll throw some meatballs, but again, I throw like half a bag of spinach in there to get my extra vegetables. I'll throw some frozen onions and bell peppers in there. Then I saute spinach throughout the week. Again, I can admit that I'm lucky that I have access to that. I'm not in a food desert, so I can recognize my privilege with that. Not everyone has that that availability, so I recognize my privilege with that. And people are like, that's privilege. That's some privilege, and that's another thing. I recognize where your privileges are. So I recognize my privilege to say that I have access to fresh food. I can afford it financially. Am I balling out my mind financially? No, I wish I was. Not even close. But I know I'm in a better financial place than other people. And I recognize that. And with that, I'm very, very grateful. So, going back, circling all back around, whatever you have available to you, do the best that you can with what you have. If you're in a food desert and you only have access to frozen vegetables, go that route. If your finances are funny, you don't have access to vegetables all the time, do with what you can. If you do have access to the things that you need financially and food availability wise, then again, make sure you're drinking your water, your fiber, your protein, some good fats, cook with color. Those are biggest talking points I'll say of the video. But again, I know this is one of the longer videos because again, there's a lot to talk about nutrition, not even scratch the surface, to be honest. There's so much. But again, this is just a very, very basic video. If you're on part 2, let me know. I can definitely talk about some other things. I can talk about, some of the aspects of fasting, intermittent fasting, why some people do carnivore, why some people go vegan or pescatarian. I can talk about all sorts of different things. Just let me know what you guys want. But again, just want to sit here, chop it up with you guys. I got some homework to look at. But yeah, I'll be back later. All right, bye.